Sandbox RPGs are still something of a niche subgenre, but recently more and more players are starting to become dedicated fans. Better still, the developers are finding new ways and creating epic freeform adventures that allow you to explore and influence a game's world. As a result, we are seeing a renaissance of sandbox RPGs. And here at Turn-Based Lovers, we have curated a list of the most popular turn-based sandbox RPGs. The majority of sandbox RPGs have a dark fantasy setting, but Nomads of the Fallen Star is a great example of what the genre can do with sci-fi. Leading a team of scavengers on a lost space colony, you'll find yourself caught in the middle of a war for the last remaining resources on the inhospitable planet. Trade, crafting, and economy are highlights of the game, but Nomads of the Fallen Star also has plenty of combat to test your tactical skills. You can even harvest the alien creatures that you encounter and use their parts to create new equipment. Releasing out of early access in April of 2023, Wartales is one of the most polished sandboxes currently available. Shiro Games has created a lush, immersive world that will draw players in as they forge their fate. If you're looking for a jumping on point for sandbox RPGs as a whole, it's hard to do better than Wartales. It's a bit more expensive than any of the other titles on this list, but the hours you'll put in make it well worth the extra investment. Why explore a single planet when you can explore an entire galaxy? Star Traders Frontiers lets you live out your very own space opera whether you're a peaceful trader or a ruthless bounty hunter. You'll have to manage both personal combat and ship-to-ship battles, giving Star Traders additional avenues for strategy and progression. Fabled Lands has the benefit of already having an established setting. If you're familiar with the gamebooks of the same name by Dave Morris and Jamie Thompson, then this game is a whole new way to experience the beloved fantasy world. The Fabled Lands are brought to life with lovely, colorful maps and character designs, making this one of the most aesthetically pleasing sandboxes around. Whether you choose to take part in the struggle for the throne or just go your own way, Fabled Lands offers lots of adventure. You can even visit temples to petition deities for aid or buy yourself a ship and sail the high seas in search of wealth and glory. Raiders Forsaken Earth lets players indulge their inner bad guys by putting them in charge of a ruthless band of post-apocalyptic raiders. Strength and survival are all that matter as you and your team explore the wasteland in search of plunder. Raiders allow for larger battles than many other sandbox games with as many as 10 combatants on a side. You can even eat your soldiers if you're running out of food. post-apocalyptic fantasy isn't especially common, but Vagrus proves that it can be quite a treat when done right. The world building is some of the best in the genre, which means you'll want to explore every corner of the Riven realms if you can. Vagrus is one of the best sandboxes around, but be warned, it is punishingly difficult, even by the standards of a genre known for hard games. Even if you keep finding yourself beaten and broken in the desert though, you'll want to come back for more, armed with new knowledge and strategies. Stellar Tactics has been in early access for several years now, but it's shaping up to do for sci-fi what Wartales has done for fantasy. With an enormous living galaxy to explore and countless options for your ship and crew, this game in its final form could offer unmatched replay value. The current roadmap has Stellar Tactics releasing sometime in mid-2024, so at this point it could be worth waiting for launch. From everything we've seen thus far, it will be a launch that Sandbox fans won't want to miss. If you miss the era of classic fantasy games, Low Magic Age will bring back memories in the best way possible. It feels like a game straight from the 90s, and playing it is like traveling back in time to hack, slash, and cast your way through charming static sprites. Many classic RPGs could have been termed sandboxes back in the day, so Low Magic Age fits right in with its source material. If you need a dose of nostalgia, then give this one a try.
Dark days descended upon you.
Of all the early access titles we're keeping an eye on here at Turn-Based Lovers, the Iron Oath is one that has our full attention. It's already carving out a place for itself as the definitive sandbox experience, and its brilliant sprite animations and unique character classes make it truly something special and unique. There's already a vast world to explore in the Iron Oath, and by the time it's done, your campaign could measure in decades or even centuries by the in-game calendar. And once you've tried it, chances are you'll just be as hyped as we are.
Live, die, and prosper by the Iron Oath. Available now.
The Lost King of Avallon is another sandbox title that's sure to resonate with fans of the classics. Visually, it looks like the game that Diablo could have been if it had been a turn-based title like it was originally planned to be. You can even recruit elementals, demons, and angels to your cause. The world of Avallon is enormous and procedurally generated. Not only will the world be different with each playthrough, but the political landscape and the overall story can change as well, promising a huge amount of replay value. Urtuk the Desolation features creepy, dark fantasy creatures in a blighted, dangerous world, all of which are hand-drawn. The result is a living swords and sorcery comic that lets players fight to survive in an ancient, destroyed world. Urtuk is a solo project, making its gameplay and visuals all the more impressive. The combat has loads of positioning and environmental hazards, which are sure to give your tactical side a workout. Balrum is an RPG in the style of old school Baldur's Gate or Fallout, letting players freely explore a gigantic open world. Unlike lots of the other sandboxes, Balrum is kind enough to give players a home base where you can craft, grow crops, and build a house while you're on break from risking life and limb. If you always thought Stardew Valley needed more combat, Balrum could be right up your alley.
You found it. Oh, my journal, my drawings.
These pages are old, Mom.
Wildermyth is one of the most engrossing, charming games of the last 5 years, and it's a perfect example of everything that a sandbox RPG can be.
I had long black hair.
Sure, Mom.
Your party members will age, change, and retire as their adventures progress, and they will eventually pass into legends. Your next crop of heroes may even grow up hearing tales of the heroic deeds you performed in previous campaigns.
Shy, bookish, cute, of course.
This is one title that belongs in every fan's collection. It's even verified for Steam Deck, so you can take your adventures with you wherever you go.
Chase those stone-eyed gorgons past the hills to places where trees walk.
As you probably guessed from the title, the monster breeder lets you raise and train for some beasts for gladiatorial combat. Breeding and enhancing your creations gives you nearly limitless possibilities as you strive to create the perfect battle beast.
Your own business as a monster breeder.
The Monster Breeder is still in early access with no definitive release date as of yet. However, a free demo is available if you want to give it a try before jumping into the arena.
It all went wrong. It was an ambush. You were left in command.
For many players, Battle Brothers is the standard by which all other sandbox RPGs are measured. From the free exploration to the merciless difficulty, this grimdark mercenary sim is the genre's founder as it currently exists. Whether you're fighting simple bandits or standing firm against an orc invasion, the only constant in Battle Brothers is challenge. Your party members will suffer debilitating injuries even as they gain fame and skill, and all it takes is one lucky shot to send a character to their demise. Every victory is hard won, and with several expansions available, there will always be something new to explore. Sandbox RPGs offer immersive experiences that you just can't get anywhere else, and we are happy to see that this genre is finally dipping its toes onto the turn-based landscape. Are you playing any of these games? Did we miss any turn-based sandbox games that you love to play? Be sure to let us know down in the comments. Make sure to hit like, subscribe if you're new around here, and remember to follow turn-based lovers for everything turn-based. And I'll see you guys on the next one.